y'all doing? I wanted to have like a very dramatic entrance. I like the one Lil Wayne has his light flicker, so I was like, I could do that. I could do that with my matchbook and some incense. It's about 2 a.m. Detroit time, and I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things in my heart, a lot of things like inside of me and inside of my mind that I felt for a long time. And it's like, no matter how well I explain myself or I explain how I feel, I never walk away with that feeling of understanding. And I kind of just wanted to talk. It's raining. I don't know if that could be heard. It's fucking thundering. Oh my god. But you may or may not know that in my lifetime I've dealt with the thoughts of suicide attempts, self-harming, and now I just talk about it very openly because I don't know what else to do. I get asked the question a lot now with like how life looks for me. Like how did you get over your depression? How did you get over self-harming? And I don't fucking know. I don't think I have. Like I know you might be watching this and the title is How to Live Life After Suicide Attempts or whatever the title may end up being, and you might need help yourself, and I hope that you find that through the way I'm speaking, and I hope you find interconnectedness through the fact that like I can just talk about this like this and it's not so scary for me anymore. I think the scariest part for me was that I felt like I was alone. Like I felt like I was the only person in the world that ever felt these feelings, that ever came to this solution. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It felt like life was a thing that, like the pain wouldn't stop. You know? When you have a cut, you put a Band-Aid over it. And you put Neosporin over it after, and soon you have a scar, and it heals, and you go, oh yeah, one time I fell down the stairs. But I don't know how to bandage, I didn't know how to put a bandage on my life. I didn't know how to fix my problems. No one was teaching me that. No one was telling me that. And at some point we have to grow past the things we've experienced, and we have to do the work to undo everything that's happened to us and how we viewed the world. But you know how you have a bad habit and it's hard to break bad habits. You know what I mean? People grind their teeth. You know what I mean? Things like that. I still have my same bad habits. Those are still my solutions. I constantly stop caring about myself and caring about this life. And it's the work that I do now, the effort that I make on my own individual time is finding value in a life that I never expected to have. I'm not talking about anything besides like quite literally being alive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 25 now. I started self-harming when I was 13, 12. I'm 13 years removed from that time frame. But in my worst moments, like I can't be in a house that has razor blades. You know what I mean? Like I can't. It gets so loud. My mind gets so loud. And the work that needs to be done is how to continue to not have that be what you think needs to happen when you don't want to do this anymore. I think that's normal. I don't think anyone wakes up every day wanting to be here. I think that's normal. But it's about what we do with that energy. And I try to like just transmute it. I try to just put it into something else. I try to not be hard on myself. But fuck, it's so hard sometimes not to just give up. And I think the fact that I know for a fact I am going to die one of these days. I can't name the day. I can't tell you the day. I can't tell you when or how. I know that's gonna happen. That's one of the one certainties in life we have. Tomorrow's not certain. You know what I mean? Like we make plans and we do all of these things to provide security for tomorrow and provide security in our minds for the future. But really all we have is every single second that's happening right now. Every moment I lay down, I'm like, bro, I cannot wake up. And I think like that provides me a certain level of peace. And I'm not think, I know that provides me a certain level of peace to where this is all I got. This is all I got today, right now, this second, this instant. And it's a gift and a curse to think like that because I struggle with very bad like anxiety and it's crippling. It's anxiety to the point where like I can't do things. I can't get out of my mind. You know what I mean? And when I think like that, I'm like, all I have is right now. And so there's a certain level of urgency. There's a certain level of like, things have to happen right now and I lose my patience. I lose my calm. And that's when it's on the bad side. But in every other instance, it's like, I don't know what today would be. When I woke up, I didn't know what was going to happen in my life today. It could be a great day. It could be a bad day. Some of the worst, oh shit, damn. I was about to start getting my spiel. Some of the worst moments of my life have happened in past. Just like some of the best moments of my life. You know what I mean? Like, when we're in a good moment, bro, we just don't ever want it to end. But when we're in a bad moment, for some reason, we think that moment's never going to come to an end the same way that good moment did. And from my understanding in life is that there would be no such thing. We would have no way to recognize that something is good unless we experience or know what bad is. That's my alarm clock. It's Bugs Bunny. Ignore him. But we would have nothing to compare it to. There would be no good. It would just be what it is. You know what I mean? And so because I've lost, because I know what it's like to not fucking want to be here, the moments where I do want to be here, I fucking value them so much. I cherish them so much. And it's like, I've reached a point in my life to where there's multiple stages in my life. You know what I mean? There's that opportunity cost of, I'm gonna make this work. I got this opportunity. I'm gonna just focus on work, and it's gonna work. And I look up, and I don't care about anything. I don't care about myself. I don't care about what I'm doing. I'm not even doing it for me. You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, when I get to those points, those low points, I couldn't do that to my mom, bro. I couldn't do that to, you know what I mean? What about living for myself? I think that's what I want. That's what I'm working towards. Is like, no. Don't give up because you give a fuck to be here. Not what you mean to people in your life. Not what you want to mean to the world. Not what you got work you still need to do. Just at its core of this life, finding reasons to want to be here. And if you have nothing else, none of the success, none of the acclaim, nothing, no possession, nothing that can be taken away from you. If you just got yourself, do you want to be here? And I do. I fucking do. And I just never felt that way. And I don't know what to do with that feeling. I don't know what to, it's even fucking scarier when you want to be here. You know what I mean? It's even fucking scarier because I give a fuck. I'm worried now. I want to make it home. You know what I mean? Like, when I didn't give a fuck about my life and the things I was reckless. You know what I mean? And that's just not like reckless. I'm just doing whatever. Just like I didn't care. If I'm not gonna do it to myself, maybe something else will take me out. I'm not caution. I have no caution. I'm just alive. I wasn't living. This life wasn't something I was living. It was just something I was a part of, and it was just going. Life was happening to me, around me, for me, but not because I wanted it to. And it's like now, when you get to that point where you want to be here, it's a whole new space. You know what I mean? I get jealous of people that have never experienced this before. Because now I gotta learn how to fucking live and value things and show that and express that and work on my... It's so fucking... Working on yourself is so fucking hard. Like, bro, constantly doing that shit, I don't even know if I'm getting better. You know what I mean? I know growth isn't linear. It's not. It's not the same as something else where it's like, okay, I work hard enough at this for 3 months, I'm gonna see the growth. There's been times where I worked at some shit within myself and I feel like I fell off. I fell right back off the wagon. But it's like, no, you did so much better than you would have did a year ago. And maybe you're doing worse right now, but that don't mean you can't do better tomorrow. And it's just like, fuck. It's just like, fuck, bro. You know, sometimes there's this misery of like waking up. And it's like, oh my God, another day? But then there's also this misery of waking up and like, you're not where you want to be yet. It's not even that I'm not like happy. But I know I can do better. I know I can be better. I know I can still work on myself. And I know I should have patience. The fuck? Power went out for a little bit, guys. Scared me. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's tough. It's fucking tough, yo. Like I find myself looking like I find myself. I don't even know. It's like people talk to me, they're like, you're a mental health advocate. Oh fuck, I'm not. I advocate for it. Oh my God, I do. I advocate for it. But don't remove me from it. I suffer too. I suffer a lot. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know how to not smile so that I don't want to inconvenience anybody with what I'm feeling. You know? I could be going through like the worst thing in my life and I just don't want anyone else to feel that. So if that means I gotta like hide how I'm feeling, not even hide it, just put this face on for a bit, then that's what I'll do. Cause I think I can handle it. I think my shoulders are built to carry that load. But oh my God, I don't want you to feel this. I never wish that on anybody. The pressure, the fear, the fucking fear. Bro, I'm 25. And I'm tired. I'm 25 and I'm tired already. How can I keep going? And that's like where it's like, bro, you gotta find something every day. And you might not want to keep going, but does that mean you fucking give up? No. But that was my solution every time for so long. It was like, I didn't want to be here anyway, so just, you know what I mean? But it's like, bro, like, you only got one life and just Just try to give it your best shot, bro. I want to be alive for me. I want to be alive for me. I want to be alive for me. And some days I am. Some days I'm still here because I want to be here. And some days I'm not. And it's like, bro, if you could just make it through the night and you wake up tomorrow, I'm not saying this shit'd be gone. But I'm saying you did it. That's what I celebrate. I celebrate just making it through the night. Because everything's okay during the daytime. I'm perfectly fine. But when that sun go down and it's just me, when I lay in that bed and it's just me and I have to quiet the voices inside my head down, oh my God. And it's difficult. You look for any fucking thing to fucking stop it. To stop the thoughts, to stop the voices, to stop pain. The feeling of numbness. The feeling of forgetting. When you forget that you're even having, like that your life is even hard, when you forget that there's things even going on in your life, it's the best feeling ever. I used to drink, I used to go through a gallon of Jameson in 4 days and go get another gallon. And while I'm taking them shots of Jameson, I couldn't sleep. So I'd take an Ambien. And then I'd take 2. Just to fucking sleep. Just for my mind to shut off. It's like I'm torturing myself with my thoughts. And it's like, I just want this to not be a thing of, Meech, I'm so worried about you. Because I promise I'm okay. Like, I promise I will be okay. Even in times that I'm not. Because I'm trying. I'm never going to stop fucking trying. I lose when I stop trying. You fail when you stop trying to succeed. So I'm never going to give up. But I should be able to say how I feel. To get it off my fucking chest. We should be able to talk about this. Candidly. Not nicely. You know what I mean? Not in ways that make another person feel comfortable hearing it. But in a way that it's like, this is how I feel. This is just what I feel. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to fucking hear this shit though. Like, I get it. No one wants to hear this. This is not as fucking fun as a joke or someone confessing their love for you. It's not. It's not pretty. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to look at that. You don't want to reflect. But this is just one part of what's inside my soul. And it's tainting everything else. So if I can't get this out, then it's gonna take over. It's a fucking virus. And it's gonna spread to every fucking thing that's light if I can't slowly purge it from my system by speaking honestly. Just by speaking honestly. That's all I know. That's all I need. I don't need advice. I just need to be heard. I just need someone to listen. You don't even gotta fucking understand me. But it can't just me by myself trying to fight this. It can't just be me by myself trying to fight this, bro. I know you probably came here for solutions. You probably came here for the answer. I don't have it. I know what works for me. I know what I try. I try to spend time with myself. I try to be nice to myself. I try to work on myself. I try to slow my mind down by doing things that require my absolute focus. I try to nuclearize my life. What matters to me? What's important to me? What can I handle right now? If it's out of my hands, it should be out of my mind too. And I just try to slow down time and slow my mind down. Because at the end of the day, when I lay my head down on that pillow, regardless if I'm laying next to someone, regardless if I spent the whole day with someone, I'm going to be by myself. And I need to be okay with that. I need to be okay. And I live inside my head, so I need to make my head a better home. It's not that I can't still stay in my head, but it can't be so destructive. I can't be so mean to myself and hard on myself and all of those things that come with that. But it's like in those movies when someone gets cloned, they gotta fight themselves. They fight their clone. It's just like us. I'm trying to tell myself in my mind. I'm trying to tell myself inside of my mind to tell my mind to stop telling myself these mean things. To stop thinking about these things. To get control over your mind, you gotta dive deep. That's where it lies. Our mind controls everything in our body. If it's not healthy, then nothing about us will be. Our lifestyles, our physical being, our relationships with people. If we're not well inside of our mind, then nothing else around us can grow. Everything comes from our mind. And that's what I speak for. That's what I think I want, like when people think of me to be about. I don't need you to buy a hoodie. I don't. I made these hoodies because that's what I needed. I hide myself in these big clothes. I don't want to be seen. I didn't want to be seen. I don't like attention. I'm sheepish. I'm shy. I'm bashful. These are words that have been used to describe me my entire life. But if you walk away with anything from anything I say, is that our mind is the most powerful tool in our being. And it's a part of the human experience to conquer it, to be in control of it. Because if you can think it in your mind, then you can achieve it in reality. But if you think it and it's bad, then you will not be satisfied with how life looks until it looks like a reflection of what we think life is like and what we deserve. And I say we because it's not like I'm past that. It's not like I've gotten through it and fixed it and it's over. I say we because I'm trying to get there. And on some days I'm better than I was the other day. And on some days I'm worse. But if you put all my best days and my worst days together, there's gonna be a balance there. They're gonna balance each other out, and that's what keeps me going. I can have 7 bad days in a row, and I know I'm due for a good one. The world owes me that. The world owes me a smile. The world owes me a win. So I'm gonna keep rolling them dice and waking up and find out what life got to offer me until it's something that I can be satisfied with. And when I roll that dice and I don't get what I want, then I just know I gotta try again. That's I find my peace in that. I find my peace in the mystery of life. I don't know where this is gonna go. And it's scary. I don't know what life is gonna look like for me in a year, in a day, in a month. You ever had those days where like you like this shit changed my entire life this one day, this 1 month, this 1 year. I can reflect on this 1 year when this happened, and my life changed from there for the better or for worse. You can never predict the way this shit gonna go, and I gotta see it through. That's just the Scooby-Doo kid that wanted to solve the mysteries. I gotta figure it out, and I know I'm not going to. It eludes me, but I'm gonna keep playing the game. No matter how hard it is, no matter how often I question the purpose of all of this and the meaning of all this and why we have to suffer, no matter how much I question it, I know I won't have the reasonings. I won't find the solutions. It's not for me to do that. I'm just a part of it. And the best way that I can honor those in my life who are here, those in my life who are gone, myself, my creator, whatever it is that you believe in, the best way that we can honor that is by trying to do our best. You ain't gotta be perfect. You ain't gotta be fucking joyous every day. No one truly ever is that fucking happy. But you can try. You can try. You ain't gotta be happy when you don't feel good, but you can be kind to people. You get what I'm saying? It could be effort in some form or fashion. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be black and white. And that's what that's what I work on. That's what I want my life to look like. It's something that reflects my effort. I may not get everything I want or I think I deserve, but you never gonna say I didn't try. You know what I mean? I might not get it right the first time. I might not get it right the 100th time. But if I give a fuck, then I'ma try. And I'm learning to give a fuck about myself. And I know that sounds so bad, but I just didn't care about myself for so long that it's like I have to undo all of the hate I had at first, meet myself as a new person, and fall in love again. And it's hard because the time I spent more of my life hating myself than I spent trying to love myself and love things about myself. So when I'm not making a conscious effort to try, all of those bad things return. All those bad thoughts return. All those bad habits return. Y'all be chewing on ice? I'm gonna take 1 second so I can. This life isn't about the things we think it is. These goals aren't meant to be conquered and you want something new. We need to think more about our needs versus our wants. I think. But who the fuck am I?
Who are you?
Michi.
You Michi?
Uh-huh.
Michi what? What's your whole name?
Demetrius dearest heart.
These things we like, these things we chase and these things we think we care about, they don't matter. I know that's funny coming from me saying something that doesn't matter. Don't clip this and fucking put me on TMZ. But when you when you satisfy your wants, that's when you think about your needs. You know what I mean? When you get that car, when you get that watch, or you get those pants, or you get those shoes, or you get the new job, they're distractions. And they fucking make us feel worse. Cause it never ends. We Americans, we naturally chase money. Cause we have to. You know what I mean? You gotta provide, you gotta feed yourself, you gotta boom boom. But like, what do you need? Do you need that specific car? You don't. You need to get to work. So you just need wheels. You know what I mean? And that's rich coming from me. I know it is. I know it sounds that way. I know. Me, the fucking... Just look at my name up on Twitter. I know it's gonna sound crazy. But you find peace in realizing what you need. And realizing that your needs are met. And realizing that, like, that's where life begins. And when you start to try to align your needs with your wants, then you find joy. And I don't like the word contentment, but you find contentment. You wake up and you don't feel like I have to get more. And if I don't, then I have failed. I want more. I want to do better. I want to continue. I want to reach a bigger audience. I want, but do I need it? Is my value placed in that? It was. Shit, sometimes it still is. Sometimes I post something and I don't get the response I expect. I'm like, damn, that ain't shit. But I have to do that work to remind myself. It's not bad. It's not. There's nothing wrong with having those thoughts. There's nothing wrong with the bad thoughts creeping in. But I think where I find my growth is in the fact that, like, it don't live within me as long as it used to. The bad thoughts, they don't want to stay over no more. They're like, all right, nigga, I know I gotta leave by 9 because you gotta wake up in the morning. Let me just come over real quick. We could watch an episode of fucking Scandal and I get out of here, bro. But it's true. I had a friend tell me I need to nuclearize my life. Just make it smaller. Nigga, what the fuck, bro? Am I doing something wrong, God? I'm just trying to talk to my people, man. I said nuclear, and that shit blew up. What the fuck? Hey, dog. Hell no. We in the end times. But yeah, just make your life smaller, as small as possible. You know what I mean? The more bags you carry around and pack, the harder it is to travel. Does that make sense? And I think the thing I care about the most is being a good husband one day, being a good father, and getting my thoughts out. Sharing my perspective with the world. Because when I'm going out, it doesn't even matter if I meant anything to the world anymore. I just want to get everything out. The good, the bad. I care about the documentation of where I was and what I thought when I thought it. And when I felt it. And I want my growth to be documented so that I know how far I came. It's not even about people seeing how far I came and hearing those. I'm proud of you, bro. You came a long way. I sometimes need to see it for myself. And I know this was supposed to be like the self-help thing. But I just hope that, like, this does help you in some weird way. One, to know that, like, no, you're not alone. You're never fucking alone. There is someone for you that has felt what you felt. And even if they don't, they care enough to listen. You're never alone in this world. It's too many of us for us to be alone. And we're meant to have community. We're meant to do this. We're meant to fucking meet with our minds and communicate and draw closer to each other. But we're more connected to each other than we've ever been able to be because of social media, because of our phones. Anyone is a fucking click away. But we're more disconnected from each other than we've ever been as humans. We lack empathy for each other. We don't care about each other. People are replaceable. People are fucking expendable. And no real connections can be formed like that. I was reading a comment. This is my last thing. I was reading a comment. The person was like, yeah, like, I just hope, you actually get the help you need to get. And, like, I don't want you to fucking, I don't know what she said. She said some shit. Like, be stuck in depression. And it's like, no, I'm not stuck in depression. I'm just fucking human. I'm not always having the best days. I'm not always looking the best. You see me out sometimes, I ain't got a haircut, motherfucker, because I don't give a fuck about how I look right now. And I know I will in a week or so. But let me just handle this shit how I want to handle it. And I always do this, what we're doing right now. I know my back is turned, but it's just, this is what I do when I'm fucking, I stare into this fire because the fire, I used to burn myself. That was a form of self-harm I did. I used to burn myself. And in some weird way, by being by fire and being warm and seeing it, it's like, it's not as scary anymore. I can kind of see how beautiful fire is. I know how dangerous it is. But in hopes that my relationship with fire changes. Like, I've thought of all the ways I've ever wanted to do that act. Whether that's drowning or jumping. You know what I mean? Fire. And I've just been trying to build a better relationship with that part of my life. Learning how to swim. I never wanted to learn how to swim because I'm like, if I fucking learn how to swim and I do try to drown myself, then I'm going to have the ability to fight it away if I change my mind. You know what I mean? And I just want to do right by me, the version of me that was there, that was stuck, that felt like there was no way forward except by stopping. I'm not strong enough to keep going, so just give up. And I think the only way to do that is by trying. I think that's all we ever can do, is try. And this is me fucking trying. This is... I just want to be seen as human. As humanly as possible. I don't think I struggle more than the next person. I don't think I have more than the next person. I don't think anything. I just think I am a person, a human. And I think I belong. I want to belong. But to belong, I have to show my true self in the best, in the peaks of my life, and not feel judged. And I have to show myself in the lowest and not feel judged, so that a true middle can be found to where you know who I really am, and what I really feel, and what I really think, and what I really go through, and what I really love, and what I really cherish, and what I really value. And as humans, we're ever changing. We're ever growing. And if you have a real desire for growth, mistakes will happen across that path. But because of that desire for growth and that effort, you always will grow. There's no such thing as effort without growth. You try and you try and you try, and then you see the fruits of your fucking labor. So I don't know. I just like having these conversations with you guys. And I hope that I'm not crazy. I hope that one person walks away from this feeling a little bit more understood. Because I do, now that I got that off my chest. So, thank you guys for listening. And thank you guys for being a part of this intimate conversation between me and you.